welcome back to the garage, guys. As you saw in the previous video, I did get the engine and transmission pulled out of the car and the engine bay, but I was really wanting to spray this thing out, get it cleaned up, and actually probably try to get started on spraying the engine off, clean it up a little bit, because I hate seeing all this stuff caked with dirt and mud. And I was kind of wanting a clean slate over here on the engine bay to get started pulling some more of this stuff out of here. But the weather outside is below freezing, so the water hose is frozen up, and the suspension on the car is not connected in the front here, so I can't wheel this thing out very easily. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and continue on the engine bay here and pulling out some of these other items that have to come out. There's more wiring, brake booster, brake lines, AC lines, different things that need to kind of get out of the way so I can go ahead and start sanding the engine bay and getting it ready for a primer like I've been talking about for so long. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to just go ahead and jump into it. did run into a few little issues along the way, and it took a little bit longer than I wanted, but I did get all the stuff out that I wanted to get out. The wiring I'm just going to leave in there. I'm probably going to pull it out of the way and wrap it up once we get to spraying primer or paint. But the next step will be to clean this up and start sanding. I'm not sure if I'm going to clean it up yet because I did put the wheels on. You can see that I put the wheels on and I dropped it down, and I was going to take it outside and spray it out. But I did test the hose out and it was frozen solid. I couldn't get any water flowing, so I will not be able to clean it up. So what I think I'm going to do is just kind of brush some of this loose dirt off of here and actually start sanding the engine bay. Just start scuffing it up, getting it prepared, looking for any seam sealer that's cracked and kind of scraping it off, just kind of getting it ready to seam seal and then prime and then paint. So let's just keep going. Alright, it's the next day here. I started sanding the engine bay, and with all that dirt on there, I decided it's probably not a great idea to keep sanding on top of that dirt and actually getting that dirt embedded in the sanding areas, as well as some of this grease that's in there. You start sanding, that grease gets down in the grooves, and it could cause some problems with adhesion with the primer and paint. So what I did was I brought my water hose rack inside the garage. I've got a heater in the garage, so it's been 62 degrees all night, so that should be thawed out. So I'm going to take it, hook it up, get this car pushed out there, start degreasing this and actually cleaning it up. That way we can dry it out and start sanding again. I think that's going to be the best solution to making progress on here and getting this done. So let's go to it. Alright, down here in this area beneath the windshield wiper motor is a seam where the firewall meets the body of the car, the strut tower. They usually have seam sealer here, and you can see the remnants of it. Well, over time it starts getting brittle and cracking and letting water in here. You can see a little sign of rust right here. It's not real bad, but I'm going to try to scrape some of this out of here as best I can, sand it down, and then I've got some more seam sealer. I'm going to go around and hit some of these areas like this to make sure that it's sealed up. Alright, well, after a couple of days work out here, I made some pretty good progress. I got most of the stuff out of the engine bay, and I've got it all sanded down with 320 grit. I did want to try to use the scuff pad because it's a little easier to sand with that, but that gray scuff pad really wasn't cutting through the paint like I was wanting, so I had to switch back over to 320. I'm about 95% done here, but I am going to see what it looks like after it dries, because I wanted to spray it out, get all that dust out of there, because there are some areas that I'm going to have to touch up again. I did find a little bit of rust underneath the passenger side hood hinge. It's not too bad. It's not bad enough where I'm going to have to cut the metal out and re-weld anything in over there. Same thing for the driver's side. It doesn't look as bad as the passenger side, so I'll probably end up grinding as much down as I can and then covering it up with Pour 15. That stuff seems to work wonders. So hopefully the next video I'm going to be continuing on with the engine bay, starting to get the seam sealer in here and maybe even throw down some primer. So we'll see you then.